Hello, our friends, Evolutionary Energy Arts family.
Hello there, welcome back.
Hope everybody's having a fantastic day out there.
Yes, and I keep seeing this saying out there. It says, "May the 4th be with you."
May the 4th be with you. And tomorrow is Cinco de Mayo.
It's Cinco de Mayo, and it's 5/5 Eclipse Day.
Please do, if you haven't, subscribe to all 3 channels. Each one will have unique videos going up on YouTube. And then we do want to thank everyone for your support over on Patreon and Ko-Fi. Yes, we do have our own website, of course, evolutionaryenergyarts.com. This has been up before we did videos. So please do check it out, learn more about us, and on to the news. So we have Russia blaming the U.S. for the alleged attack on the Kremlin, considers retribution. What will that look like?
I don't know. We'll see.
Again, when you look at everything is going just so fast right now. It's just breakneck speed. If you hear a beep, there it is.
Yeah,
it just means dinner is ready.
Yes, and we're hungry.
It's not incoming, guys.
No, we're good. We're good.
At least right now. So you see explosion, giant fire in Moscow, and then over in the countryside, you see a rural region in the Russian Federation is on fire. All the strange occurrences we've had in this country, they've had them there too. They've had train derailments, they've had factories blowing up, they've had, the same sort of things. So obviously, I think the thing humanity has to realize is really what we have is war going on. War against humanity.
It just keeps bumping me in my head. I got to talk about it here. We do have Mars going into Cancer. So Mars isn't going to be very comfortable in Cancer. Mars is debilitated in Cancer, and this is sidereal. It's not tropical. This is a different type of thing. It's in Vedic astrology. And I got to tell you guys, Mars is going to get grumpy. So instead of having all the good aspects of Mars where you might have courage and, and being really strong, taking good care of yourself, being an athlete, you're going to have cranky, grumpy beings who are going to be doing things to push and shove and not play very nice. And it's also going to have an effect on, the housing market too. So, look at this. It's like every single time these planets move into certain alignments, it's like they up the ante in hopes that somebody might just kind of freak out or push a button or have an accident, and then everything is just up in flames, no pun intended.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, again, astrology is the natural programming of the matrix that we find ourselves in. The city of Dallas disrupted by large cyber attack, impacting multiple services. Yeah, so this is again something we're going to be seeing all over, not just the U.S., but again, the major players in this big drama that's unfolding. So the city had a hard time functioning. This is one of the largest cities in the U.S., and of course, Texas, I feel, is right in the bullseye for so many reasons. Look at El Paso. Illegal aliens waiting to cross into El Paso due to the expiration of Title 42. When you look at the masses of humanity, again, the number of people that have come over the border illegally is literally in the tens of the millions. It's been going on for a very long time. It's just increased at a breakneck pace. Look at them scrambling for supplies. There is a state of emergency in effect as well. And again, when we look at these scenes, the overwhelming majority seem to be people of military age and male. You do see a mix, but it seems like that's the majority. And if you haven't been through El Paso, we've been through El Paso maybe half a dozen times. It's a big city. It's a big city, and this is just one spot that people are coming through, the border like this. Look at the numbers, and this is just right now. Because again, since 46 took office, there's been millions that have come over. It's at a breakneck pace. As you see, this person entitles it Biden's border invasion today. And there are those in the know that say that truly, at this point, the cartels have as much control over the situation as anybody else. It's a scary situation. It truly, truly is. And so many people are just looking to find a better life. But you got to question it. The U.S., we're having issues, to say the least. To say the least. And really, truly, the standard of living in Mexico has been increasing, over the years, where it's been decreasing in the U.S. And you just got to know there's a much bigger purpose underway. There are those that say that many of these people have been promised things. And we've shared that many of these people have gotten an ouch that has made them trackable, just like certain canines are tracked. Yeah, there are people that can be tracked. Here you have the situation in El Paso is so bad that even CNN is flabbergasted. It's difficult to describe with words the magnitude of individuals. And why does it seem that the majority of them are males of military age? What could possibly go wrong here?
When I'm looking at this, I mean, how are they all being fed? These are a lot of mouths and tummies to feed. Where are they going to the bathroom? I mean, really, what's going on here? This is not good.
No, and I think it's pretty obvious that we are getting to the boiling point. We're so close to whatever plan this is. You were bringing up the Force. May the Fourth be with you. What was that? Execute Order 66. It feels like they're going to execute Order 66 or 666 at any moment.
Indeed it does.
Yeah, and it's amazing how much certain leadership of this world really does look like the Dark Lord of the Sith. George S., for instance, the popes. It goes on and on. And here we have almost half Americans fear their money is unsafe in the banks. Well, that's because it... Yeah, right. I think it's a pretty safe thing to say, yeah, it is. And not only that, but just the way that, as we've been saying, and, we haven't covered the economic end as detailed as other aspects of this, but we have touched on BRICS. I mean, I've done videos going back to early 2018 talking about how BRICS is the power that's going to supplant the petrodollar, and this is going to be the death of the dollar and the death of American dominance. They go hand in hand, quite obviously, and now is the time. Now is the time. They are pulling the trigger. Everything is just locked in place. Maybe I shouldn't say they haven't pulled the trigger yet, but the gun is cocked and it is aimed. And that trigger has a finger right on it.
Mm-hmm. It's not good.
No. And again, so we need to be as careful as we can. And it's so funny that all these people, like, this is the inverse Kramer. In other words, not Jim Cramer. Because Kramer's on there, and it seems like everything that he's given us, especially in the more recent times, it's been the inverse of what really happens. And you could look at the banking crisis. It's surpassing 2008, and it's going to surpass the Great Depression. This is going to be unprecedented in our history, the history that we know. The history that we know. This is an insane drop in MC, getting very hard to believe this wasn't intentional. Of course it's intentional. Remember when the Fed and Biden regime kept saying inflation was transitory? Yeah, that was BS. Regional banks locked themselves in long-term treasuries while big banks licked their teeth and waited, because there will be no small business, there will be no small banks, there will be no small anything. Eventually, there's just going to be one system and those that refuse to participate in that system. This is what we're going to have. This is what's coming. I think a lot of people that are hoping for Gesara, Nasara, and these things, It's just, it truly is pie in the sky. Now, as much as you want to say you're being the negative Nelly, no, it's being very, very realistic. Again, how many people thought that, come the last, that thing that happens every 4 years, you had people saying, don't worry, he's going to be right back in there. Don't worry, he'll be back in and before inaugurate, before March, before July, before nope. Again, there's what we want to hear and there's what's reality. And we're not getting away from this collapse. It's got to happen. And, we've gotten from the guides, it has to happen. This is how it goes down every end of a dark age. They really do not, they're not creative. They're not really creative. They run the same scripts over and over and over again.
Mm-hmm. And, you just got to think back and remember, oh, don't worry, so-and-so's getting arrested. Oh, don't worry, white hats are in charge. Oh, don't worry, the arrests are coming. How many times do they got to say that before you get it? Oh, okay, they're keeping us complacent. That's the game.
Yeah, and they'll say things like HRC, or so-and-so is no longer with us. Yeah, but the next clone stepped in and nothing's changed.
Right.
So what's the big difference? There is no big difference. That's the whole point of this. So, you got to learn discernment. And again, 99% of you guys, almost everybody that watches every single day, you guys get it. You know this. So we're just really kind of mentioning it to the one or two random people that somehow find their way anew to these channels. Because again, with the the restrictions in place and all the AI algorithms, they make it very hard for people to be exposed to this information. As you see, close to 190 banks could collapse in the U.S., according to a study. Again, they're going to trigger the entire collapse of the system. And they could because they're in control of the system. It's just how are we going to react to it? And are we going to be able to ride out the storm? That's the thing. So, again, if you are blessed with some money, it's a good idea. Just like the old days, sometimes people hid it in their mattress. They hid it in a safety deposit box. Make a little pirate map for you. Okay, 30 paces this way, 20 this way. Now head towards the big oak tree. And 6 feet down, there it is. And it wouldn't be a bad idea to have other things hidden like that as well, if you know what we mean. Oh, but don't you worry, never fear. Congress is on top of it. Hey, this is your tax dollars at work here. This is why they get paid the big bucks.
Thank God we're saved.
It doesn't matter if we're talking the U.S. It doesn't matter if we're talking the U.K. It doesn't matter really. When you get down to it, it's all corrupted. It's all twisted. And it all has to completely go away. That's the only way. You're not going to just be able to tweak this. This system is completely broke. It's irreparably broke. It's, things are so broke over here in China. They're just trying to figure out better ways to clean the garbage off the streets. Wait a minute. That's not trash cans they're picking up there. I
don't know. These came in a little while ago and it's pretty repulsive.
Yeah, we've shown this once before, but it just popped up again. And, this is, of course, this is AI at work here, guys. AI at work. Murray, I don't really know you, Murray. Austrian economics with a commitment to individual liberty. Okay. War is mass murder. Yeah. Conscription is slavery. Agreed. Taxation is robbery. Yeah, that's pretty simple, basic, and dead on. Murray, good going. Yeah, now if we could just get the rest of the people to understand this. Again, you talk about humanity acting no better than a beast, than an animal. Unfortunately, those in control of this world, they don't act as well as a gorilla or a groundhog.
From what I have learned and what I have witnessed, humanity doesn't really learn humane things through other humans.
Follow nature, understand the natural order of things, which is not Darwinian. Again, they give you Darwinian evolution, and people think that's the only way that things could evolve is through competition, survival of the fittest. No, we could do it a totally different way. Things do evolve. Nothing stays the same. Ultimately, everything is energy. Energy can't be created or destroyed. It just simply is always changing forms. You're not the person you were yesterday. You won't be the same person tomorrow. Every single cell in your body is always changing, and your whole body is renewed every so often. It depends on, which cells we're talking about. Stomach cells get renewed very, very quickly. But even your bones, the cells in your bones, the cells in your brain, everything is renewed. So we're never the same. Everything is always evolving and changing. And we can change the system, absolutely. And it's going to change. This is why they're so panicked. It's inevitable. Their grip on us, their control system is falling apart. It's fraying. The cracks are so evident everywhere. People can see through this so clearly now. Well, at least a bigger portion of the world can than we have had in recent times. So please continue to do your best to awaken as many as you can. And again, we thank you guys for your support. Much love, God bless, and namaste.
Namaste.